guys, so this channel isn't gonna just be about mowing and the business. I'm also gonna do some videos on stuff that I'm into, and one of them is motorcycles. So this is my '06 Electroglide, and I'm having one issue with it. Not a huge issue, but I'll show you. Right down in here at the transmission shift lever, it is very loose. It shouldn't be wobbly like that. So I looked up on how to fix it, and you have to pull the outer primary off, the inner primary off. You'll have to pull the whole clutch off and the chain and everything all off to get to this. And my understandings is we just replace this arm and it should be good. So yeah, we'll get right into it. All right, that's off. So far we have drained the oil, taken the cover off, taken this footboard off, taken this footboard off. Now I believe we have to take the linkage off and then start removing the cover. I don't know if we need to pull all this off in order to get the cover off. We will find out. All right, next we'll be pulling off all these bolts to get this front cover off. That's the inside of your primary. So my understandings is right here is your tensioner. It's ratcheting, but this one is not. So I have to loosen this up, drop it down. You see how much slack there is. So I would assume you want to keep that much. But yeah, there isn't too much left in here. It's a little bit of grit and grime in there. I'll clean all that up at the same time. So yeah, clutch looks good. When I move the lever, you can see the clutch packs move. So that all looks good. And my understandings is the whole clutch pack will come off as one. So we'll go from there. understanding is there's a little clip in here. We have to pop that out. This whole thing will come out, and then there's a nut back in there which holds on the whole clutch. My understanding is we remove this one, and it will then this whole thing will pop up right on off. So that's my understandings. I already have the chain loosened, so yeah, keep on going from there. I got the clip out, screwed in the adjuster so I could pull this piece out. It does say out right here, meaning the outside. So we'll just slide that out. It is also grooved so that it only goes in one way. Set this right here. Now we'll take a look inside here. You can see there's a big nut in there, so we got to take that off. I believe that is reverse threads is what I've read online, so yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. All right, I made a block piece of wood to go in here in between the gears to hopefully hold them while I turn. All right, that's what that looks like. Like I said, that's opposite threads. So that one's off. Now we need to pull this one off. I believe that is normal left-handed threads. And we'll pop that off. So now, I believe we have to pull the starter off. And then we pull all these bolts in here. And there's a couple on the outside. And the whole inner primary will come off. And then we can finally get to what we need to get to. So, all right, see you in a bit. All right, so we got starter off. Wasn't much to show, so I just figured I'd take it off quick. So now we're gonna pull off all these other bolts. All right, so we've got somewhere now. I didn't record it all, but I'll show you what I did and what I figured out. I do have a book on this, so I was reading the book and back and forth, and you know, it is an 06. It is quite old. It's what, 2020 now, so it is quite old of a bike. So stuff was just kind of stuck. But I did find out that I needed to on the starter, there's this little tab on the end of the bolt to lock the bolt from moving. You were supposed to bend that out of the way and loosen that up, and all this whole assembly comes out of the starter. So I did that. It was still being a little stubborn. There's one thing that I don't know if it was right or wrong, but when I ended up having to go to the other side, sticking a 2x4 right here and hitting on the primary case, it finally let loose. The only thing is right here is the race for the bearing I don't know if that's right, if it was supposed to stay on or if it was supposed to come off. But right over here, I have that's where that little race is supposed to be. So like I said, I don't know if it matters or if it was supposed to stay on or come off, but it stayed on. So we're gonna move forward and fix that shifter lever, and yeah, so this is what the other side looks like. Starter hole, and that's the drive. So all right, we will be cleaning this out very well before we reinstall it, but yeah, let's get the rest of it done. Now that you can get a better look at it, you can see that it's just moving like crazy. So I am going to clean this all up, make a mark on that shaft where the slit is, and then I'm going to remove it. Alright, so sorry, my battery ended up dying on me. So I was going to do a little time lapse of me putting it back together, but it ended up dying on me. So I just ended up finishing the job without the camera, but it is all back together. I did start it up, goes into gear fine, clutch all works fine, everything works fine. But yeah. So there it is. So if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.